Inclusion is a broad concept, primarily implying the process of embracing people with different needs, making everybody feel like an equal member of a community, with the goal of a more comfortable and happier life. This process is significant for the development of each society. To make it successful, it needs to have participation from everyone, since inclusion concerns us all. In order to enable equal opportunities for all, inclusive resources facilitating the process are needed. Do you know what is considered an inclusive resource? Well, some of them include inclusive library, inclusive reading lists or bibliographies, brochures and worksheets, practical classroom resources, specialized resources for students. Library is a source of knowledge, and as such, it has to be adapted for use by all social and inclusive categories. Primarily, it is necessary for the entrance to be accessible to all, including people with disabilities, along with having an audio signaling device for blind and visually impaired people. Within the library, there should be a separate room for using library materials. The interior of the library should be decorated in such a manner that everybody feels comfortable in it, meaning that there is enough light, that it is quiet and peaceful, and that there are necessary tables adapted for people with disabilities. Along with that, all library materials should be digitalized. Specialized literature is an essential part of teaching and educational process, and personal development in general. Books that deal with inclusion should be compulsory reading in all educational institutions, but of course adapted to the level of education. Each library should have a special inclusive list from which every professor should choose at least one book or source during an academic year. That library should be adapted and accessible to all social categories, along with having digital, PDF, and audio file formats. Raising society's awareness on the importance of inclusion is a crucial step in inclusive process. In order to stimulate empathy and solidarity, it is necessary to explain to the general public what inclusion is, why it is important, and that all individuals are equal in a social community, and finally, how to achieve it. In teaching, it is desirable to use many different methods. Some of them can be encouraging and including all students in a discussion, whether they give the answers or comments themselves or vote for an opinion or statement. Using different practical exercises in order to adapt students easier to the working material. Using video and audio files that additionally explain thematic units. Using pair and group work, which would enable students to develop teamwork and etc. It is important for students to embrace sharing their experiences and listening to others. The more diverse resources are used, the better the effect is made on the students in this process. One of the examples for specialized resources that can be used in education is an online system, or so-called the online platform. Many institutions have already established this system. However, in many cases, it is not completely accessible and adapted to all social and inclusive categories. In order to make an online platform as functional and as accessible to the largest number of students with different needs, it should have different teaching content that would imply PowerPoint presentations, Word documents, audio lectures, instructions for tasks and homework, a bibliography, additional literature, and additional instructions that will simplify the education process for all students. Each group of students consists of different individuals, which is why it is necessary for the professor working to create an analysis based upon which they will make a special working strategy implying a specific approach, specific inclusive literature, specific practical and specialized resources adapted to the needs of all students they will work and cooperate with. Students love change and innovation in teaching. They love to be included and taught to express their opinions, attitudes, and ideas without fear. In order to enable equal opportunities for all, inclusive resources simplifying and facilitating the inclusion process are needed.